Hey, happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to the Closing Beat. How are we doing today? Where are you guys? Oh, we're over here. I hope you guys are having a good day. Thanks for joining us here on our show, talking about the stock market, all the good stuff that goes on with the stock market. It is Monday. We're going to go over everything here. We're going to take a break from doing shows on Fridays on account of that tile thing that you might saw the video on there. But we got some great FinTips videos for you this week. How much to invest in a gap account or bridge account. So we're going through and we're actually taking a look at how that changes your retirement ages. We'll do a case study there based on a customer and share that with you. That's out today, actually. Wednesday, we're doing average returns in the stock market are actually anything but average. We're going to share some neat data with you there as well. And then Friday, we'll take a page from FINRA. We'll see if you're one of the 38% in 2020 that did something. I have a feeling a lot of you are not going to be, but you never know. We'll see what's going on there. Our research site, if you want to join, just jazzwealth.com/research. It's $13 a month if you do want to join. If you're a customer, it's free for you. Cody actually did a real cool post on the Super Bowl and the markets going forward to kind of show how things do perform there. And that should be up there here, and check it out. Just kind of fun putting stats together, the fun things that we like to do. And then Thursday, our Wine and Wealth class for customers back over there in the Speakeasy. We're going to do how to analyze the stock market part 2 with a new tool that we're actually using. And I'll show you how I kind of put everything together all on one page just so you can see how we come up with all this stuff. Analyze everything top to bottom really, really quick. Part 1 is available on the video site there if you're interested or want to participate. All right, let's talk about the stock market. Another green day. Record highs, basically, if you're looking around the major indices there. A little bit of news here and there. Stimulus. Appears Democrats are going to fight for that big number, so that helps the airlines. You saw them up today. You saw everybody sort of optimistic about the future. Comments all around the country about maybe Disneyland opening back up in California, maybe Broadway opening back up in New York, just different sort of reopening of the economy vibe to start the week there. Biden, I guess they're still going to push for the $15 an hour, though he said that may be a negotiating thing for him, so he may be willing to back off on that for now for this stimulus package. I think the Democrats as a whole said, we're going to keep pushing forward. We'll see what happens there. If you're looking around at the stock market, we got to start with the Russell 2000, man. Off to the races. They're getting extended. I don't like to see this. I like the slow and steady uptrends. You guys know me there, but by far was the best performer today across all factors. Small cap value, index, and growth as well. Just killed it. It was just a broad-based rally all across the board. We actually chose to reduce some of our exposure in that fund, our small cap fund, as well as a few others there. And why is that? Why would you do that, Dustin? Everything's going well. Let's just take a look. We're going to use one of these little cool tools. One of the things that we use here at Jazz Wealth. We're about to launch it for customers as well. How many times has the Russell 2000 gained, 9%? That's where we're at right now. In a given month, let's do that there. See, 25 years, go back. Let's see what happens here. If we were to run that, is it normal for the Russell 2000 to gain this kind of traction all in 1 month? Well, here you go. Here's the response here. You've got actually 2 of them from 2020 and, of course, February. Oh, you can't see it, man. Can't have that. Let's go like this. There you go. Now you can see February 2021 down there at the bottom. This is it. Basically 9% or more for the Russell 2000. It's not very normal. The first thing I always like to look at is what happened after that. Did the next month go down? Whatever month this happened, was it a bad month? No, not at all, actually. I mean, it's momentum building on momentum. So that's not a reason to take profits or scale back. I mean, you do probably want to do that at some point, but take a look. So we've got February so far up 10.58%. January was positive already, so not a big deal there. But look back. December was positive. November was positive. October was positive, right? You've got this string of really, really good gains that we know. We've been covering it here. So since October, November, December, January positive, and now February. Right? So we've got this, not just 1 month. We don't respond to 1 month or 1 day's worth of action, but you have this momentum that's just going crazy here. And so you go, I don't know, maybe that's a reason that I want to do a little something here and start reducing the exposure to some of our customers. We could also take it even further and say, is this odd, right? Is there anything weird about this? And here's what I'll do. I'll share this with you. Here's basically the performance plotted in terms of 3 months. So we're looking at every single 3-month change. So not day to day, not month to month, but every 3 months we plot the returns and positive or negative. Right down the center here, you've got 0. So that would be perfectly even. Well, when the Russell 2000 is already positive and then gains over 30%, how many times does that happen? It doesn't happen. Right? It's just not something that's happened. So looking back since the late 70s there, anytime the Russell 2000 was positive and then gained 30% or more is in fact what you're looking at right now. This is the only time. So we're adding those things together to say, I don't necessarily want to run away. This is awesome. I want to participate. I want as much growth as possible. But if we're already outperforming, why can't we scale back into an event that doesn't normally happen, right? Just something to think about there. So you may want to take a look through that if that's what you do. And balanced portfolios and all that good stuff. Let's look at the Dow there, up 3% year to date, largely today thanks to it was a broad rally, but thanks to Disney breaking a new highs there, looking pretty good in energy-related stuff. Energy we'll talk about here as we go, but Chevron, one of the bigger gainers, 2.5% on the day. Don't want to leave out Goldman Sachs there. Pullback rally in the financials continues to be successful there, so we like to see that. And Caterpillar was another good one, almost got to new highs there as well. Speaking of Disney, you have a fun fact. All right, let me set the tone a little bit here. This one's for Cody. When you go into Disney, you're so excited. You just get through the gate. They check everything about you, check your temperature, check your bags, and then you get into this magical Wonderland Magic Kingdom, it is called. And you actually have to go under a train station to get into the park. Do you remember that, Cody? Nope. Okay. So you go under a train station. Everybody's all excited to go in there. Mom's got to use the bathroom. And you're like, oh, come on, we just got here. So when you go into that tunnel, stop for a second. Look around. That tunnel's trying to tell you something. At Magic Kingdom, when you go through the tunnel, it gets dark, right? The ground is painted a little bit darker. The walls have posters on them. What they're trying to do is tell you you're about to enter into a story, like you're going to the movies or something. And so on the wall, there are posters of all the different attractions that you're about to go through. Tomorrowland, you're about to go to Space Mountain, you're about to go to Big Thunder Mountain, Pirates of the Caribbean. Those are all movies that they're trying to tell you you're about to walk into. So allow yourself to immerse your mind and your spirit into the joy that is Disney. You like that?
That's not for me, man.
That's not for you. That's not for you. But every time I go through there, I'm like, I look left, I look right. I like to look at the posters, and I just like, I'm going into the story, and then bam, you got Main Street right in front of you. So there you go. Odd things there. How about that for entertainment, huh, people? All right, we got the S&P 500 hitting new highs, record highs there, 4.5% gains year to date. Yet, $12.8 billion has flowed out of the S&P. Granted, the SPY manages $330 billion or something like that, but you have $12 billion coming out so far this year. Where's the money going? What's going on? I thought everybody just buys the S&P. Just sit back, man. Just hold on. It'll be great. The problem we have right now is it's easy to beat the market, and there's a lot of people beating the market, right? So what happens? All those passive investors, those S&P index people, ride for life sort of people, we know you're out there trading, right? We know that you've turned from the index investor to the active investor. It's totally normal. Fess up, right? You're out there, you're doing it. You've now cashed in some of it. That's the explanation for what's happening, and you can actually see that rotation. So all of the index fund people, we see you, right? You're trading. Your buddies are out there beating the market. You're like, oh, well, I guess maybe the S&P is not for me. It is, but it's normal to get excited and everything for what's going on in the stock market right now. I gotcha. I understand. NVIDIA today, rare day for NVIDIA. It was, in fact, the biggest contributor to the S&P's gains today. You don't normally see that. Great breakout on NVIDIA, a lot better than Amazon looked, because if you look at Amazon, Amazon's going the other way. So Amazon didn't participate today. You got NVIDIA stepping up saying, I'll take control. I'll be a part of this here. By the way, NVIDIA's got earnings on the 24th, just a heads up there. It can be a volatile stock. Also, Facebook didn't participate today. What happened? Down 0.5% today. It's like back in snooze land here. Nothing good happening for them. Those two stood out as not participating. The best gainers for the day. Oil, energy stocks, we talked about this last year. This is a great year for them. The recovery in oil after being down in a year showed all the stats and stuff. That is panning out just perfectly. Apache is one of them. Occidental Petroleum hitting new highs almost to our warrant price. You may know if you're one of our customers, you were Occidental Petroleum. You know, they called. They were like, we want to give you some warrants. Give them to your customers. I'm just kidding. If you owned it last year, you got warrants on the stock. They are exercisable. Well, you could exercise them over 27. Those are gaining in value. So looking good there. Very happy with that. My favorite, don't make it a secret. Diamondback Energy, FANG is a ticker symbol, 7% gain on the day. If you're in the energy space, it's just nice. You know, nice to see them recovering. It's bad at the pump, of course, because if you look at the price of oil, where'd we land today? Another 2% higher. So we're coming up on that $60 a barrel mark, which is not good for the pump. But otherwise, that's good for the S&P here today. Let's take a look through energy today. How are we going to do this? We'll do it this way. We'll go over to the sectors, use our little tool here. So energy by far the biggest sector of the day. I mean, just incredible gains here. Now up 12.6% over the last 5 days. You can see it on the graph. You can see it on the line there, however you want to look at it there. All oil ETFs today were positive. So you can break it down into categories. We covered this on our class last week. We will do that further on this week's class for customers. You got XOP, the Explorers, all looking good there. Energy itself, if you're looking at a broad-based ETF, XLE. OIH also doing well. A little bit of a lagger there. Those are the oil service stocks. They stand out. Just all positive today. You don't want to see that you owned an oil stock today and it was down. That'd be the opposite of what you're looking for. So anyways, moving on to industrials. You're going to notice if you look at industrials here, creeping up back on those new highs. Go all the way back over here. You see 90, we'll call it 91 to comfortably make new highs. Today, the action is going to come from, the biggest gainers are going to come from the airlines, right? Top 4 stocks here are all airlines. You got Alaska Airlines, Delta Airlines, United, and Southwest. That's the stimulus-related news that's coming out. That has come out, right? A lot of money going to the airlines there, and they're hinting at layoffs and stuff, right? Last week that was the talk with American and United and stuff. So maybe some stimulus to help carry them forward if the Dems get what they're looking for and push that through. That's about all I have for updates on that one. I didn't really follow it because Super Bowl was in town, and I did like I said. I went to the airport, I filmed it, watched the bombers fly over. That was awesome. Hung out with the paparazzi, by the way. The paparazzi were all sitting there. They were one level down. So I was up all by myself on the top level. One level down on the corner. The paparazzi were there because the private jets overlook the where you park at the airport. So they had their lenses that were like, longer than, they were long. They were big. Anyways, big lenses, and they were trying to like zoom into the jets and see who was going into them and stuff. And they were talking about something. I think they saw Miley Cyrus while I was there. She did a show before, I guess, and then she left early. So they got Miley Cyrus, and I don't know why you filmed those people, but they did. Moving on to new highs for the day. You, in fact, have 37 of them. Just a couple interesting ones. I thought Disney breaking a new highs was good ahead of earnings. So Disney's got earnings coming up. When was that? Not tomorrow. Next couple days. I think the 12th maybe for Disney there. I thought that looked good. Raymond James. No, you got to type it right there, Dustin. Raymond James, that's where it goes, which has been on a tear. We talked about this last week. One of the financials looking pretty good today. Another 0.75% bounce. I don't know. There was no real news there. Maybe just seeing their name on the Super Bowl halftime show and all that good stuff. But otherwise, that one looked pretty good and continues to look good. You got Walter here, Breakout. Very interesting Breakout here. If you're taking a look at this one, if it came up on your radar for the day, I just thought it was an interesting Breakout, right? You got a series. This is kind of like Amazon, but not really in an uptrend beforehand. You got a nice base kind of there, tightening up at the last second. You got a nice breakout. I thought that kind of stuck out. Fortinet also moving higher, and recent breakout, not brand new here, but look at series of highs, higher lows along the way, looking good, just continuing with that extra volume. People were interested to continue to participate in that one. And although there were a lot to choose from today, I only had a list of 5 that I was going to put. Take Two Interactive here. You got the same concept, right? Just breaking above highs, momentum traders continuing to add and pile in, average up into their positions, and it's going well. So you really can't blame them there. I didn't look through some of the others, but EA, Electronic Arts, getting up there a little bit. Not quite as good, and Activision was last week's excitement, so maybe a little bit of profit taking going into take two. I don't know. We'll see. Stocks in the news. Let's go ahead and dig through some of this, and I'll take your questions if you have any. Casey's General Store. Come on. Floridians don't know a lot about Casey's General Store, but if you have family in Iowa, you've been to a Casey's General Store, bought yourself a twin Bing up there. Everybody goes crazy over them. They're not that good, but, that's what you buy there. That's what I would buy there. Anyways, Casey's General Store, they got over the weekend, Barron's usually comes out with different some top picks and things and comments and research and things like that. And they said that this pullback here, even though it was steep, they like it as a buying opportunity today. And apparently a lot of people agree there. So that's Casey's. Eli Lilly, also in Barron's there. Well, all over, actually. Their Alzheimer's drug looking pretty good there. That is according to them, their second most promising prospect aside from COVID. So that was in the news. Hasbro, you had earnings today and sold off pretty good. Hasbro comes in, where were they at? They beat by 13 cents. Revenue is better than expected, but not in the right spot. See, you got their core brands for Hasbro, Monopoly and Nerf and physical objects there. Sales were down there. Then they have their licensed revenue, with partnerships with Disney, Marvel, Star Wars, things like that. Those licensing products also down, right? So physical products that may be little Darth Vader people and stuff, not that good. If it wasn't for their digital division, what do they call that? I forget what they call it, Hasbro One or something like that. But it's only 10% of their business, right? So if it wasn't for that, it would have been a really bad earnings season for them. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes for them. But if you kind of understand why the stock was lower on the day, and that's Hasbro. Here we go, Westpart. So you got just killer, right? Obviously, someone's known the news here along the way, but Amazon's going to be buying 1,000 natural gas truck engines, and these guys, I'm sorry, I think I said Westport, so that the closed caption can catch it. Westport. Anyways, big gap up today with their deal with Amazon, and it's also a handful of other companies participating as well. These guys will have their biggest hand in the mix for them. Apple. I don't know. Are they building a car or are they not building a car? Bloomberg says that they're not actually talking with Hyundai right now. They put that all on hold. I don't know why they said that. Maybe because they're not ready. Maybe it'll be years before they have anything and they didn't want people getting excited now. I don't know. But that's what you got going on there. And now you have people saying, hey, Apple, what about crypto? What about Bitcoin? Do you want to participate over there? PayPal's participating. Elon Musk is participating. Tesla's participating. Do you guys want to allow people to buy your expensive phones? I don't know. That's not my decision. I don't know. Peloton down about 2% on the day. They're selling off $600 million in convertible notes. Not the same as shares, but still a little bit lower. Snapchat. They're doing a mixed shelf offering. Smart. Very smart on their part. Stock is higher. They're basically saying, we want to be able to sell all this equity and debt and just put a bunch of stuff together, but we don't want to do it right now. We just want to get it all approved and pass the regulatory scrutiny there so that if our share prices happen to keep going higher, we could then offload some of that much faster and time the market is essentially what they're doing. And then Wynn Resorts. Wynn Resorts is going to sell 5.5 million shares of stock. So they're officially working on that. That's not something that they're putting together for later. All right. I will see if I can answer your questions. And while I'm waiting for the stream to catch up, earnings tomorrow, Carrier, Coty, C-O-T-Y, Masco, S&P Global, Cisco, and Twitter will be the focus there. Dividends, $1.63 out of IBM, 87 cents out of XOM, and market access 66 cents, and more changes in the S&P 600. So we'll see what happens there. Yep. Yeah, gold got a little boost today. I mean, it's nice to see it wake up, but gold in general on some of that Tesla news and the Bitcoin action that we saw. Here's Bitcoin, by the way, 20%, almost 20% today, 45,220. Yeah, very interesting there. And a little bit of a rally. Gold miners right in there, just coming back inside of this downtrend. Still very much a technical pattern right now. I've left that. We could actually just do one of these. Give this guy a little zoom out since we've passed some time here, but still very much in a downtrend, and we'll see what happens. Thoughts on Cirrus today? Just a little one. So I don't buy that this recovers quickly like that. I don't find that that's going to do the same thing as Casey's, right? I know they're different companies and all, but usually those steep pullbacks do not go back to highs right away, and I would say the same thing for them. Is Elon Musk's influence on Bitcoin legal? I don't. Well, first, do you call it influence, or do you call it just, what's the difference if he does it or I do it? I get that he's got, millions of followers, but was the intent to manipulate? I think that's the problem that regulators have. I don't think the intent was there, right? I don't know. I'm just saying, could it be? Who knows? But you'd have to prove that. Yep. Merck is selling off hard and oversold territory. The reaction from the CEO there. A little bit, yeah. I like it anyways, whether that was the news or not. I like this pullback in here. We talked about this on Friday. You almost want to see it break through that 74 number just to wash out anybody that was thinking about selling. And I think that would actually be a buyable drop rather than a rally. Any idea when you update portfolio earnings on a website? Probably not. Yeah, we probably won't, because we don't actually just use one fund for customers. We use a group or a mix of funds. So I would like to report that. And Charlie tells me it's not something he can do. So I don't like updating it manually, because if I type something wrong in there, then I get in trouble. I don't know. So it's probably not something we're going to do. What I think we could do is probably just take like an image of the performance and take the data that we already have, like that we're displaying to customers, but there's just I want to do it. I don't know. We don't know how to do it just yet and make it accurate, right? Because one customer may make a deposit and then that changes the return. We want to do it in a raw format and have it be done automatically, because right now it's manual. So that's why it's not updated, is because we have to manually do it, and I manually have other things to do. But we do a monthly class for customers. And, of course, you could see your performance anytime. But we do a monthly class where we actually go through what's changed, what's good, what's bad, what do we like, what don't we like, what have we changed, what kind of work have we done there. And so that part's fun. And I'm finding ways to make that more unique as well, because I like talking about that stuff. Yeah. I love it. You do a video on profit taking. Is there a best practice? Yeah, it goes into trading plans a little bit there. There's a million ways to go about it, and I find that it has to do with your personality. The way I might take profits on some trade would be probably different than most, because I can't pick one spot and just get all out. I like to stagger the exits a little bit, and if it doesn't cost anything, then yeah. Hanging out with me and Josh over the weekend. Thanks. Yeah, it was a good time. Good time. It was nice to sit. I had the chair here. Was doing tile all day. I was beat, man. Just happy to sit down. Yeah. You like Square? Cool. Yeah. And the Bitcoin conversation. Yep, understandable conversation. Actually, I think Google Trends, it's starting to spike back up again. People searching, how does Bitcoin work? Bitcoin mining, Bitcoin price, all that stuff. So it's gaining attention again. Mm-hmm. All right, I'll wrap it up there. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks for coming by and hanging out with us here. We'll be back tomorrow to do it all over again, and some really good videos this week. Check out our FinTips videos from earlier, and hope you enjoy.